Hey everyone, it's Tracy. I can't believe it's July already. I feel like everything happened all at once in June. We had our son in driver's ed and baseball, and I think I had a bunch of customers contact me all at the same time, so I haven't been able to hop on here and make a video in a while. I hope you have been watching the ones that I have posted, specifically the ones where I've gone to some older buildings. I think those were kind of fun to make, so I hope to make more of those in the future. But today I wanted to show this to you guys. I'm on a couple of Facebook groups, and one is home design and decor, and a lot of people post photos of exteriors wanting you to AI the exterior, which is kind of cool. And then there's another one that I'm in where it's basically critiquing house plans that people might build or they are about to build. So this is one of those today where somebody posted their plan. I don't know who made it. I don't know who drafted it. I don't know if it's completely done, but they were asking for opinions. And so I chimed in just a little bit. And then the more I looked at the plan, the more I was like, oh, I got to change this. So I just didn't have time, but I think that'll be a part 2 of what I would do to change it, or like the changed plan. So I'm going to flip it on really quick here to show you. And again, I don't own it. I don't know who drafted it. It's just for educational purposes. But what I like to do to scale it properly, obviously this shows that it's 50 foot wide on the front right here. And then to the side, it's 32. So anyway, I draw my walls out and then I scale the photo down, or the screenshot, to match. And then I just kind of trace around and get it as close as I possibly can. Sometimes those dimensions line up and sometimes they don't. Sometimes the dimensions are actually backwards where they actually have them under like the room label. So, but anyway, let's shut this off so I can show you the things I noticed. And you'll have to let me know if you guys notice anything different too. So my first thing that I noticed was the dining room windows were not centered off the dining room. And neither was this doorway. And it's because they have the windows here, the front door, and these windows centered along the porch and not the room. So I'm one of those super symmetrical people, so that would drive me insane. I could potentially see why they would do that if they want their table over here, and that way you have room to walk. That would make sense. But I would probably try to figure out a way to make that look a little better. So then if we move on over here to this bathroom, and again, this is for homeowners. Like if you are about to build and you need to have plans drafted, pay attention to these things because they do matter. And there are some things in this plan that are going to be problematic if they don't change them. This could potentially be one of them. So with this little hall bath, the first thing I noticed is it doesn't seem to be wide enough to have the sinks over here. And the reason why I would move those is because there's really no place for a light switch. It indicated this was more of like a linen cabinet. And so I would switch this and put it over here and move the sinks over. But it looks like they would have to make the bathroom bigger. But to me, that's completely worth it. If you're still on the stage where you're trying to draft your plans, this is the time to change it instead of later when you're frustrated and you don't like it, or your electricians don't have anywhere to put your light switches. They could potentially do a sensor light, but to me it's just worth it to get this out of the way and put it over here, or potentially move your toilet even. So that's something I noticed. This door swing is wrong. It should be the other way, opening to this side. It should be a right hand in swing door, not a left hand. So that needs to be fixed. There are a lot of egress windows, which is really good. So if we pan over here to the kitchen, Again, I just threw some cabinets on here, so they're really not specific sizes yet. So that's why there's a super long wall cabinet and a super long island cabinet. So, but if I update this plan tomorrow, if I have time, I'll fix all of this. One thing I noticed, they didn't indicate there's a wall here, like a half wall. This is 10 feet long. And if they do any sort of stone, that's going to be really heavy to just have on the cabinets. So I would probably suggest doing a half wall, so that way they can also have outlets back here, because otherwise you're just going to be limited to these walls here for outlets. So I would definitely put a half wall there just for that and the weight of the countertop. I'd probably push this island this direction and possibly this way too, because they have the dishwasher right here, which to me is not a good spot if you have a corner cabinet like that. I would flip that and put it over here, push the island down a little bit or make it smaller to give yourself more room right here, because right now there's not a lot of room. You're like 3'7" from cabinet to cabinet. I would rather that be more like 4 foot or maybe longer. Another thing that I noticed with this is that I don't know if this is a deck or a porch or if it's covered or not. It didn't show one way or the other, but I would not want a rail right in the middle of my window. I would move it one side or the other, because to me that would be kind of annoying to just look out at a rail. Let's see here. So this is a stairway going down, and it indicated a 30-inch door, a 2'6" door. And to me, that's not very big. So if you have more rooms downstairs, it's going to be kind of hard to get anything really big. So if it were me, I would widen that if possible so that I could have a 3-foot door there. And I might change the door swing also to go this way, just because it might get a little crowded right there. So one thing I noticed right off the bat too was they had this room and this room labeled backwards. So it actually has it labeled this way as the bathroom when it's obviously the bedroom, and this is the bathroom, and they had it labeled as the bedroom. So if you have somebody drafting for you, they should pay attention to that stuff. They shouldn't be doing that. So here again, I don't know who drafted this, but if you're paying somebody, those types of things really shouldn't be happening. So if we'll keep moving, I feel like this is pretty big, and I would probably do a water closet. Another thing I noticed is that they had the shower head on this exterior wall. It's kind of a no-no. You don't want to put plumbing on an exterior wall. So I would probably redo this whole bathroom with a separate water closet and figure out how to reconfigure the shower so that you don't have plumbing on an exterior wall. I felt like the closet was really big. It's really big actually. It's almost as big as one of the bedrooms over here. So, but maybe they have a lot of stuff and they just need storage. One of the things that people were bringing up a lot was this area. I totally agree. This bathroom is really small. It's also not enough dimension this way. People don't think about these diagonal measurements here. So you got 2'2" there. There's a lot of people that are bigger than that. So they're going to have a hard time using that bathroom. And, maybe you extend this diagonal wall, take this out so that you have more room in there. Who knows? I'll probably rework that. I think it needs it. And the laundry room is just not good. They're going to have a really hard time using this laundry room. And it's simply because, so if you're standing in front of the sink, you have about 2'1" to the wall. That's not enough room. And if you think about these opening here, depending on which direction they open, maybe they open this way, you just don't have room in there. It's so small. So that needs to be reworked completely. If I open these doors, like your cabinet doors, you're not going to be able to really open those. Same with this one. It looked like it indicated a tall cabinet, which if it's that wide, it should actually be like double doors. So it needs to be, let me shut that first. So I would make those double maybe, or you could potentially shorten that to a 24" and do a single cabinet door. But anyway, here again, you're not going to be able to open the door all the way. So that needs to be redone completely, in my opinion. Over here we have the garage, obviously, so we're not going to change that. They did have lockers here and a drop zone here. So to me, that's kind of the same thing. They could also, they have an opportunity too to have a lot of pocket doors, in my opinion. Those are great space savers if you don't want all these hinge doors swinging into your room. But I would definitely rework all of that. The pantry's huge, which is good. But other than that, I think those were the things that stood out to me the most. You'll have to let me know what you guys see, what you would change, and I'll probably redo this plan tomorrow if I have time. Or within the next couple of days, that'll be another video. But yeah, this is a fireplace right here, by the way. But you'll have to let me know what you guys think. And if you've watched any of the other videos that I've put on, there's the original there, and what you would change differently. But it's very important if you were building a house to get your plans how you want them in a smart way before you do any sort of contracts and make really big decisions ahead of time. You need to get your plan finished and reworked. So I'm glad this person actually put their plan online, because I'm pretty sure there were probably 200 comments on it. I chimed in just a little bit, but the more I looked at it, the worse I felt about it. So, but it's nothing that can't be reworked. So it's all just a big puzzle. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and it's been a while, so check out some of the other videos that I've created. I think some of them turned out pretty cool. And let me know if you guys have any suggestions. Until then, I will see you on the next one.